There are moments when you sit alone, staring at your ceiling, and wonder why life feels so heavy. You try, you push, but it feels like something invisible keeps holding you back. You start to doubt yourself. You begin to wonder if maybe you're not meant for greatness after all. You see others succeed. You see people who seem to have it all. And then you look at your reflection and whisper, "Why not me?" That's where it all begins. The moment when your doubts become louder than your dreams. But let me tell you something. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're just one decision away from rewriting your story. Mark Hughes once said, "Your success is only limited by your own imagination and your hard work." Let that sink in. Your success is not limited by your background, not by your circumstances, not by what people say. It's only limited by what you believe and how hard you're willing to work. So ask yourself, what have you been imagining lately? What kind of life do you see when you close your eyes? Or have you stopped imagining altogether? Because imagination is the birthplace of success. Every skyscraper, every business, every dream started as a thought, a vision. Someone dared to imagine something better. Someone dared to believe that their idea, their dream, their purpose mattered. And then they worked, day by day, hour by hour, failure after failure, until the world finally caught up with their vision. But here's the problem. Most people never make it past the imagination stage. They dream, but they don't move. They plan, but they never act. They talk, but they never do. Why? Because fear whispers in their ear. It tells them they're not enough. It tells them they might fail. It tells them they don't deserve it. But fear is a liar. It's a shadow that disappears when you walk toward the light of action. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of your dream. The door is right there. But the key is in your hands. Will you turn it? Or will you walk away and tell yourself, maybe someday? What if someday never comes? What if the only thing standing between you and your destiny is your own hesitation? Now think about Mark Hughes, the man who built something extraordinary out of nothing. He didn't come from privilege. He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He created it. His imagination was his engine. His work ethic was his fuel. And his belief was his compass. When people said no, he said, "Watch me." When life said stop, he said, "Not yet." That's what separates dreamers from doers, the courage to keep going when the world says you can't. You see, life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. It rewards those who keep pushing, even when their legs shake. Success is not a gift, it's a harvest. And harvests take time. You plant the seed, you water it, you wait. The waiting feels endless. The soil looks empty. But under the surface, something is growing. Something powerful. Something real. How often have you given up before your roots could even take hold? How many times have you walked away just before the breakthrough? The truth is, success doesn't come to those who deserve it. It comes to those who refuse to quit. You can be slow. You can stumble. You can cry. But don't you dare stop. Because every small step is proof that you're still in the game. Mark Hughes believed in something most people overlook. Imagination is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you dream, the more your mind expands. And when your mind expands, your reality begins to shift. You start seeing opportunities where others see walls. You start believing in possibilities where others see problems. That's how winners think. They don't see limits. They see lessons. They don't say, "I can't." They ask, "How can I?" Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the version of yourself who has already made it, who wakes up with purpose, who walks with confidence, who smiles because they've built the life they once prayed for. What do they look like? What habits do they have? What time do they wake up? What do they believe about themselves? That version of you already exists. It's just waiting for your courage to catch up. The secret of progress is movement. You can't think your way into success. You can only work your way there. The bridge between your dreams and your reality is action. Tiny, consistent, relentless action. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one more step, then another, then another. Because every step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration that you believe in yourself. And maybe right now, you're tired. Maybe you've failed too many times. Maybe you feel like giving up. But don't you dare. Because the moment you're about to quit is usually the moment you're about to win. The darkest nights bring the brightest dawns. You just have to hold on long enough to see the sunrise. Mark Hughes knew this truth. He didn't wait for motivation. He built discipline. He didn't wait for luck. He built habits. He didn't wait for the right opportunity. He created one. You can do the same. Start small. Wake up earlier. Read a page. Write your goals. Say no to distractions. Yes, it's hard. But what's harder? Living the rest of your life wondering what could have been. What if today you decide that enough is enough? What if today you choose to believe that you are capable, worthy, and unstoppable? Because once you decide, the universe moves. Doors open. People appear. Opportunities align. But only when you've made the choice to step up. Let's be honest. You don't need another motivational speech. You need to remember who you are. You've overcome storms before. You've survived heartbreaks, failures, rejection. You're still here. You're still breathing. You still have a chance to turn it all around. So don't waste it. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time. There's no right time. There's only now. Think about Mark Hughes' words again. Your success is only limited by your own imagination and your hard work. That's not just a quote. That's a map. Imagine more. Work harder. Dream bigger. Push further. Because the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. So, where do you go from here? You start. Right here. Right now. Don't worry about perfection. Worry about progress. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone starts small. Everyone struggles. But not everyone persists. Be the one who does. Someday, someone will look at you and say, I wish I had your discipline. I wish I had your courage. They'll see the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes. They won't see the tears, the late nights, the failures. But you'll know. You'll know the price you paid. And you'll smile because it was worth it. So here's my challenge to you. Wake up tomorrow and act like your dreams depend on it. Because they do. Speak like you're already living your vision. Move like success is chasing you. Believe like it's already yours. Because it is. If you're willing to pay the price. Remember this. Success doesn't come to those who wish. It comes to those who work. To those who imagine without limits. To those who stay hungry. To those who keep showing up even when no one's watching. You can become that person. You can live that story. But it starts with a single decision. To begin. And if this message touched you, then maybe it's because deep down, you know you're meant for more. You're not meant to live an average life. You're meant to build something that lasts, to inspire others, to create impact, to live fully. So take a deep breath. Stand tall. Look at your reflection and say, I'm ready. Then start. No matter how small, no matter how afraid, just start. Because once you do, you'll realize something beautiful. It was never about luck. It was always about belief. If you believe in your dreams, if you believe in your ability, if you believe that your imagination and your hard work can change your life, you're already halfway there. The rest is action. The rest is faith. The rest is you showing up every single day, no matter what. You've got this. You've always had this. You just needed a reminder. And if you ever forget, come back here, listen again, let these words remind you of what's possible. Because your story isn't over. It's just getting started. And before you go, remember, this journey doesn't have to be walked alone. Hit subscribe. Join this community of dreamers, fighters, and believers. Together, we'll keep moving forward. One step at a time, one dream at a time, until we all become the person we were meant to be.